YAHAWAH, YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAH, YAHAWAHSHI, Call Halayim La Yahawah Bashim YAHAWAHSHI. It's the brother Abakala Walam. Here was some videos to edify the body of Yahweh Bashim YAHAWAHSHI. Basically, it goes into never trust thy enemy, as it stated in the scriptures. Never trust thy enemy. And the perpetual hatred that Esau Edom that E has towards the chosen people of Yahweh Bashim YAHAWAHSHI, which is the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native American. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashim YAHAWAHSHI, Bashim Rekakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders that I learned the truth from, the men of GMS, and the brothers with the like-minded doctrine. I got a few videos here. Hopefully I won't make it long, but I want to get into the video here. This lady, she explaining how this business owner would like to kill a lot of, or kill all blacks. He had got caught in some type of recording or something like that, reciting this. So I'm gonna just let the video play.
Clearly living in some crazy times. But before I proceed, y'all be sure to subscribe and thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. Before I get into breaking down today's topics, all things stated in this video are alleged and according to reports, and there is a full copyright disclaimer in full effect. Now let's get right into it, all right? Business owner Alan Weaver, okay, he's a landlord on and around Lafayette Court, and he's the owner of Alan Weaver Services, gutter, lawn, carpet cleaning, and upholstery services. So he has a lot of businesses, power, money, and ownership down in Georgia. So I've been in correspondence again with the gentleman who recorded and released this racist, terroristic, hate-filled rant. So I'm going to play a little bit of it for you right now. It's 13 minutes long. We'll listen to a couple minutes. We'll get into our special guest. We'll get into the facts, the findings, and even what Mr. Weaver has had to say, because he has had a lot to say about these recordings. So let's go ahead and get into it. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy.
This boy's from Grand Georgia. They'd be some law here, and it would be my law. Or either I'd die. And I'd probably wind up dying anyway, but I mean, my thing is, and because they did away with the guns, blacks would take over. And you do away with.
What he said was that they did away with the guns, the blacks have take over. So we know who been given the blessing of the sword, which was in Genesis, which is Esau Edom, which was Esau. He was given the blessing by Isaac. The fatness of the earth and the sword. I'm gonna just let it keep playing.
It's like on Lafayette Court. You go down through there, and it is. And you go all these other different places, and you kill every one of them. Children, babies, you kill them all. Go to the hospital, kill them all. And like I said, but you do away with the problem. And then you got a town that National Guard wants to come in, they'll wind up killing you, but at least you've done away with the problem.
See what he said? He said kill them all. Go in the hospital, kill the women, kill the children, kill them all. That the scriptures talks about that too. That he should have no pity upon the old or the young. That's who basically the enemy, which is Esau. That's how he feels towards our people. the people, the so-called white people. That's generally speaking, this how they feel inside. You know, there was an article, I can't find it, that it basically says they try their best to hide how they truly feel about, you know, especially the so-called blacks, the so-called tribes, how they truly feel about you. They try they are the devil. What devil means deceiver. They try their best to deceive or conceal how they really feel about having you people around, like the people, the you people around them. You know, which when I say you people, meaning the tribes, with the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Americans. They don't basically um, have any feelings of goodwill towards this people, man. You know, that's basically. I think I placed a little bit more, but that's basically it.
And then they call everybody old or something. And then they integrated the.
So hopefully you can hear. You've probably had to adjust your volume a little bit, but what we can hear is him basically, again, just calling for all black people, the genocide of black people, and saying that he'll probably die in the midst of it all, and he doesn't care. At least the problem would be handled because all black people will, quote unquote, be gone. So without further ado, let's get the gentleman who actually works.
I think that's it. That's it. I want. That's all I want from this video. But I got a couple more, and I got an article too I want to bring out. This article right here is well I'm gonna bring this video out. I'm sorry, Salakia. I'm gonna bring this video out right here of Mario Gonzalez. I can't pronounce his middle name. This video right here, you know, of this guy here. He's a Hispanic, but he's of the tribe, you know, the tribe of Issachar, one of the 12 tribes, the native, the Hispanics, and he was killed. Mario, I can't pronounce that middle name, Gonzalez. He dies after police put him on the ground. I'm gonna just let this video play.
Can you please put your hand behind your back and stop resisting?
Oh, no wonder. There, I got it. What do you have?
Sorry, no, it's not that.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't that. Okay.
No. Hey. Stop. No. Wait. It's okay, Mario. Oh my gosh. We're gonna take care of you, okay? No. We're gonna take care of you. Okay. There, thank you. There.
He said he was pinned down. The officers pinned him down to the ground for several minutes until he was unresponsive. You know that they pinned him down. You know, more. You know, it's gonna go into how they did it. You know.
Hey bud, how's it going? Just coming to check on you, make sure you're okay. Somebody called. I just wanted to know your name. I'm Officer McKinley. McKinley, yeah. Yeah, what's your name though? I don't think we've met before. I think it seems like you're kind of like everything, so leave that there. So, what's your name? I don't think that goes to that.
Well, how'd you wind up here? How'd you wind up right here?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, I came walking like down over there, and first I was walking through here, and then over here. How did I end up over here?
Yeah, he walked over here.
Yeah, it probably happened like a month or so.
A month. Oh, okay.
Have you been, like, sleep? Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, so these guys were talking like...
Okay, here's the plan, okay? I gotta identify you, so I know who I'm talking to. Make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that, okay? You come up with a plan.
No, it's not bad.
Let me know that you're not gonna be drinking in our parks over here. Hey, listen.
Like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
And then we can be on our merry way, okay? Do you have an ID on you?
Go around?
Yeah, like that.
Wait, there's something over here, okay? There's something there. Hey, over here. We don't want you to fall down, okay? Alright. Yep, they're getting wet.
We're just gonna put your hands behind you.
I got it.
What? You got what?
No, wait. It's, wait. Heavy. Hey, for real, walk with me, okay? Well, it's not that. Okay, walk with me.
Said the video footage showed him being brought to the ground and with at least one officer kneeling on his back. They put it probably, the officers putting their body weight crushing the guy. Probably can't breathe, crushing his lungs or something. Probably more than likely he couldn't breathe with all that weight on his lungs. Say they pinned him down on the ground for more than 5 minutes, and then he was unresponsive. They tried to perform CPR on him. So what really stands out to me, like what was the reason? I don't know. They didn't explain what was the reason why they approached the guy here, approached him. I don't know why they approached him or not. Or if he was committing a crime or something, because normally that's what they do, especially you of particular people, that's what they do. They find any excuse they can to approach you. Which a lot of laws say, you just can't stop and identify. See, I don't know about this state's law here. You just can't stop and identify. Just want to stop you and want your identification. Certain states you can do it in. Certain states you can't. California, I'm not sure. It's happened in California, Alameda, California. So I'm not sure about that, about the laws that they have, but they write grievous laws anyway. Like the scripture says, they write laws as grievous policies. But you see, this guy here is he's of the tribe, and they just approached him and killed him. Just like the scripture said, he bear not the sword in vain. Any excuse, they looking for a reason to put you to death, basically. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I want to get on some scriptures right quick before I go to another video. I go to Jeremiah 30. 30:5. It reads, "For thus says Yahawah, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." That was the point, verse 7, that we are in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, like the apostle Tahar mentioned. This is the year hastening of the coming of YAHAWAHSHI, hastening his coming. And we are if you can, see it through the spiritual lenses, that we are we're in the beginning stage, just like the Hamashiach said that that these are the beginning of sorrows. You see uproars of the people, nation against nation. You know, these are just the beginning. So we're in the beginning stages of the end. You know, the returning of YAHAWAHSHI. I want to get this other scripture too. The second Esdras and the Apocrypha. Second Esdras 16 and 68. 16 and 60, second Ezra 16 and 68, and it reads, "For behold, the burning wrath is a great multitude. The burning wrath of a great multitude, Salakia, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." That means, you know, I'm gonna get that scripture too. That burning wrath of a great multitude is Esau Edom. He's coming down with great wrath because he know he has but a short time, and they shall start from beginning again. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, and they that consent unto them shall be in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. For these shall be in for there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but Salakia, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So that's coming too. You know um that this I'm gonna get this out of Revelations too. Let me grab that too, cause verse 68 goes with goes along with Revelation 12 and 12. The precept of Revelation 12 and 12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down upon you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." And that goes along with second Ezra 16 and 60. I gotta get it again. It's like it. Yeah, 16 and 68. And it also says he's gonna in Revelation that cast some of us into prison. You know, that also ties along with second Ezra 16 and 68. In Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those, and it reads, Revelations 2 and 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So that goes with that's a precept of second Esdras 16 and 68. Read it again. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. That's the devil coming down with that great wrath. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered. Salakia, being idle with things offered unto idols. You know what I'm saying? They probably try to persuade you, coercive persuasion. That's a philosophy. Coercive persuasion, probably do torture methods. You never know. Do these FEMA camps and all that to accept their new world order. This new world order agenda that they trying to push forward because they know they have but a short time. So they trying to push that forward. I just want to put that out there. I got another video I want to show that goes along with second Esdras too. If I can find it. I can play this one too while I find the other one.
This is the moment North Carolina cops yanked an elderly African-American grandmother out of a car by her hair. Stephanie Bottom, a 68-year-old librarian, was hauled to the ground and handcuffed along the side of the highway.
Why are you doing this to me? It's about 10 miles. I haven't running. I was just driving. Go to jail now. Why?
Bottom works in the Atlanta, Georgia public library system. She pleaded for help, saying her shoulder was hurt.
Please. Please. I need to take this to orthopedic. I'm in pain. My shoulder is in. I have a turn ligament in my shoulder. Oh my God. What did I do wrong?
The grandmother of 5 says she was on her way to her aunt's funeral when she was charged with going 80 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. She said that by the time she realized the police were following her and not another vehicle, it took her a while to find a safe place to pull over.
You heard that right? She was going 80 miles an hour in a 75 miles an hour zone, and you allowed to go 5 miles over the speed limit, and they charged her with speeding. Because she was going 80 in a 75.
Going 80 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone.
Take this to orthopedic. I'm in pain. My shoulder is in. I have a turn ligament in my shoulder. Oh my God.
So I just rewinded that.
What did I do wrong?
The grandmother of 5 says she was on her way to her aunt's funeral when she was charged with going 80 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. She said that by the time she realized the police find a safe place to pull over. When she finally came to a stop, body camera footage shows police rushed towards her with their guns drawn.
Did you ever realize that we were behind you and we wanted you to stop? I was listening to my music and I don't know. Please. Let me call my family.
Hello, everybody. I'm David Schuster, and thanks.
Yeah, that's all I want to show from that video. This lady was going, she was only going 80 miles in a 75-mile speed zone, and of course she more than likely probably she's one of the tribes, more likely, the tribe of Judah maybe, that's in second Esdras. I'm gonna get this other video before we get that next. Trying to find this other video. I got a couple videos here, but I want to find this particular one. think I passed the slack here. Gotta start all the way over. So that is. Here it is.
A Louisville police officer is facing an investigation after arresting a protester, not only in a violent way, but repeatedly punching the protester in the face as the arrest was happening. Let's take a look.
Let your hands go now. Okay, but if I want to get the car, I'm going to do that. I don't even... Hey, stop! Hey, you bitch! Stop, recess! Stop hurting now! Stop hitting him! Put your hands behind your back! Stop hitting him! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Hit him! I'm going to... Hit him! Stop it! What's wrong with you? I got it on camera. Stop! Stop! Hit him! You hit him! Stop pushing his face! I'm not moving, so if they touch me, I don't give a... I got it on camera. Punch him in goddamn baseball. Broke his glasses.
So to give you more context into this arrest, the citation said that the protester there, Denorver Garrett, was arrested for standing in the middle of West Jefferson Street at 6th Street holding a large cross, quote, causing a disturbance to the public and causing a safety issue to motorists. He was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
I just want to point this out that they were just punching that dude in the face, right? You know, and she said he was holding a large cross. You know, even though he's not, the scriptures talks about there should be a great insurrection. If that's not in Second Esdras, it should be a great insurrection against those who fear the Lord. You know, even though he's not, you know, he's more likely he's probably it's a Sacred Esdras 16 and 70, you know, and I'm gonna read it. For there shall be in every place and in every city, Salakia, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. See that could be an example. This guy right here, like, even though, you know, he with one of those building temples made with hands, those buildings, but he's a representation. You can look at it as a representation as of a believer in the Bible. You know, he had his, without a doubt, that he had a cross in his hand. He was holding up a cross, so he had, more than likely he was a believer of the Bible. You know, but you see how that can go along with Second Ezra 16 and 70. That, like, a lot of these churches also, they're gonna be called members of these churches which believe, you know, have some knowledge of the end times, mark of the MOTB, you know. A lot of people that believe in the Bible are going to get caught up in this madness with these madmen, which the devil, which is so called is Esau Edom, you know, with his policies, going to be like a madman sparing none, you know. This is just a taste. Like, I saw one of the other brothers' videos. That's what he was saying. This just you haven't even seen nothing yet. You know, this just a glimpse of how they're going to be, man. They're going to be more likely way worse. You know, way worse maniacs, out here. And I think I've been going a long time. It's about 30 minutes. But I think that's it. I think I got this other video of this sheriff bragging about beating black people. This is from
An FBI investigation found that an ex-Georgia cop had bragged in text messages about basically beating black people in the community and also specifically charging them in such a way that it would make it difficult for them to vote. So he got caught, luckily, because the FBI was investigating this. They were investigating his texts, and initially this was an investigation into illegal weapons. During these text exchanges, which were with other extremists, by the way, Cody Richard Griggers of Montrose was fired last November. I contacted the sheriff there about the investigation into illegal guns and their alleged ties to a California man said to have made violent political statements on Facebook. Now, Griggers, that's the cop here, in text was said to have claimed that he was making and gathering illegal firearms and explosives. So naturally, the FBI is like, we better look into that. And they did. FBI searched Griggers' patrol car and found a machine gun with an obliterated serial number, a weapon he was not allowed to have in his patrol car. An unregistered short-barrel shotgun was found in his home, the statement went on. In all, between the defendant's residence and duty vehicle, officers found 11 illegal firearms. So he has already pleaded guilty to that, and he's facing a maximum of 10 years in prison as a result. Luckily, he's an ex-cop. He's not, a deputy or anything anymore. But the second part of this is how he was communicating to other extremists about the way he feels about black people in the community. So he, of course, texted all sorts of racist and bigoted things. He expressed viewpoints consistent with racially motivated violent extremism, including the use of racial slurs, slurs against homosexuals, gay people, and making frequent positive references to the Nazi Holocaust, prosecutors said in a statement announcing Griggers' plea. I'm going to give you an example of something that he had written. I beat the expletive out of racial slur Saturday. Expletive tried to steal a gun magazine from the local gun store. Sheriff's department said it looked like he fell, meaning he beat him up so much that he looked like he fell and suffered a serious injury. The affidavit noted, quoting Griggers. Griggers went on to write that the beating was for him sweet stress relief.
Yep, see? These bastards, that's that perpetual hatred that the scripture talk about, That's how a lot of them feel. There's an article, too, that I want to read that basically says, she said that guy tried to contact other white supremacist groups and all that, Plus, there's another article I can't find that basically says that they try to hide. It's like they try to hide how they really feel, at these other jobs around here, man. They could be your local post office, your grocery store, wherever, any occupation. Your coworker, it could be your coworker, whoever. They try their best to hide their true feelings about you. You said this article is Department of Homeland Security from Spectrum News 9. Says DHS report says white supremacist groups are the deadliest U.S. terror threats. And I want to just jump down to this section here, and it reads: among these domestic groups, racially and ethically motivated violence extremists, in particular white supremacist extremists, are those who pose the greatest national threat. The report notes, since 2018, white supremacist groups have been responsible for more deaths than any other domestic extremist group. The report adds, these people been terrorizing, been a terror since the beginning. You know, they said 2018, and that's crazy. You know, they've been a terror since they stepped foot on this land over here. You know that you know, and before, and I'm gonna read. The Department assessment comes amid rising racial tension as the deaths of multiple black Americans at the hands of various police officers draw attention nationwide. You see that was in a lot of the videos. Who was it? Police officers. You know, you know, basically arresting the tribes, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, that's who they That's who they basically target. That's who they gonna target anyway. The particulars, the tribes of Yasharala, and it reads. I'm gonna jump down to this paragraph, and it reads: These violent extremists, sometimes influenced by Antarctic, so Antarctis ideology, Antarct, 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 Antarctis. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Basically, anarchy ideology have been associated with multiple plots and attacks, which includes a significant uptick in violence against law enforcement and government symbols in 2020. The report states, well, that's like the capital that was they was on. That's basically going to what's to what the scripture says too. They're gonna be the what does it say? It says basically it's an insurrection it's gonna be an insurrection. It's not basically caring what these government officials say. It's gonna be a great insurrection. I can't remember where that's at in the scriptures. I was noticed like it, but I want to get this in Psalm 64. 64 and 6. Um, let me get this in the blue. I'm getting the blue letter. Basically, that's what the minds of these people. Psalm 64 and 6. And it reads, They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Basically, I'm going to read that in another translation. It's like it. I'm going to read that in the NLT. As they plot their crimes, they say, We have devised a perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and the mind are cunning. Basically, that's what they do. They plot crimes. Read it again from KJV. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and their heart is deep. And the heart is deep. They constantly trying to come up with ways to plot against you. Just like one of the brothers said, they don't want they want us basically they want us exterminated. Basically, they find out any methods they can. That's through the food, water, your water supply, your food. Any method that they can, bro. That's all they do. Sit around and think of ways to plot against you. You know, like the scripture says, they are crafty. They use crafty counsel against thy hidden ones, which is your the children of Israel. Just like this Maxine Waters that they got. That's crafty counsel. You know, and who they targeting? The tribes. You know, they want you tribes to take this Maxine Waters. You know. But I think that's the end of this video. I hope the body, the Akim and the Aqua was edified by the information that was given. You know, sorry if it took too long. You know, the pauses and everything. But I hope the body was edified through the Rakakadash. And I want to give all honor, praise, and glory again to YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI. And so, shalom to the body of YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, to the next time, Yahweh willing.